Hi Libras. So we're here to go ahead and see what's going on with your 2026. This is going to be advice, guidance, the energy you need to be in, what you can expect overall, what you can expect overall for the year. So yeah, this is going to be for Libras, Sun, Moon, Risings, and Venus. I also have other videos posted, so if you want to like read for another placement in a different sign, you can do that. Hopefully it's posted. I'm like winding down to my last couple of like 3 or 4, so hopefully it's already posted by now, or I'll get to it soon. In case you're new here, hi, my name is B. Welcome. If you're accustomed to being here, welcome back. Before we get started, I am open for readings, especially 2026 personal overview readings. So you can definitely book with those if you want more of a personalized, individual message for your year. The total is like 130. You can do 4 installments of like 30 something dollars with Shop Pay. I also have a discount code comeback COMEBACK 10% off. You can also use it for all of the other readings that like are over $30. You can't use them for the minis, but you can use them for the in-depths and for the other services that I have. I have a couple, so definitely drop down below in the description box. Check out my website, like, share, subscribe. Trying to grow our family over here, so whatever. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. Let's grab some oracle cards, and then I'll move around with some tarot cards, and then I'll wrap up with some money affirmations, like money messages for your year. Also, sorry for the noise. Again, I stayed like on a close to a very busy street. I'm also like right in between my windows. So between the cars passing by and the planes that are flying, because I stayed very, very close to Hartfield in Atlanta. So I apologize in advance. Give me 2 oracle cards for my Libras for 2026. What do they need to know? What can they anticipate? What can they expect? Okay. Talisman is here. It's the first one I saw, so I'll take it. You have the Talisman card for 2026, and you have the One Ring Circus, but it's reversed. I saw it reversed, so I'll like just keep it reversed. I wasn't gonna take them reversed, but I took reversals in Gemini's, so I'll just keep the reversals. So let's start with the Talisman, right? The Talisman card is basically to say all of your wisdom has materialized. I don't know what you went through in 2025. I don't know what lessons you had to learn. I don't know what chapters and phases you went through to get up until this point. But the talisman card is saying in 2026, all of your lessons, all of the things that you've learned, all of your wisdom and everything like that has actually catapulted you and like crystallized. So in 2026, you are going into this year with a good level of wisdom that has been tried and true. You have been tested several times. You know what you're doing. You're in alignment with what needs to be in alignment with. And yeah, so like the talisman card is basically to say that you shouldn't make any mistakes in 2026 because you've literally learned all these lessons. So any mistakes you make in 2026 is just you choosing to make the mistake. It's not that you don't know right from wrong. It's not that you don't know the lesson or that you don't have the knowledge or the wisdom. You absolutely have it. So 2026 shouldn't hit you with anything that you've learned prior up until this point. And if you do get hit with anything prior that you've learned prior up until this point, you should already know how to finagle it, how to work it, how to move through it, how to go around it, and how to overcome it. Life's obstacles, life's conflicts, life's setbacks ain't got shit on you in 2026. Okay? One Ring Circus I'm familiar with, but not reversed. So I'm going to read the book because I know these cards pretty much upright. I rarely take these cards reversed. But again, I just felt guided to take it in the video before this, so I'm just going to keep that ball rolling, right? So, One Ring Circus, it says, if you think that the sun won't rise without you, then if you think that the sun won't rise without you, then it's time to change. Perhaps you believe no one will be there to help you, or you expect that you have to do all the work, emotional or otherwise. This is a fear based idea and only serves to alienate you from others by taking away their right to participate. Let me read that again. This is a fear based idea and only serves to alienate you from others by taking away their right to participate. Receiving the One Ring Circus card may indicate a misuse of power. Give it up. Let go of the need to control of how the wind blows and let others play their part. You don't need to be invincible, have all the answers, or be a savior. Things will get done if you step out of your own way. Yet another meaning for this card suggests that someone may be trying to control you. This needs to be addressed. Don't be afraid to set boundaries. This is a wonderful step toward interdependence. Consider the example of two trees planted side by side, sharing sunlight equally. Neither of them is overshadowing the other. So this also makes me feel like for some of you, you'll learn the lesson. The talisman is basically letting me know now that some of you will learn the lesson of kind of allowing other people to kind of show up for you, allowing other people to play their part, understanding that, again, you don't have to know all the answers or be so in control of everything. You can allow other people to kind of show up, you know. For others of you, again, you've learned certain lessons, but now this might be a new lesson to learn. Maybe you've had to learn how to get through things yourself and, do all the work. Maybe up until this point, you had to learn how to do all of the work, right? Understanding that, there's some work to be done. Maybe up until this point, again, you haven't learned that lesson where it's like, set a boundary with people. This ain't the time to be trying to control them, and don't let nobody control you. Have you learned the lesson on that already? For those who have, this feels like this year might challenge that again. Okay? This year might challenge that again. You might kind of have to see if you really learned the lesson, right? Talisman card. For others of you, again, you've learned that lesson, but now there's a new lesson. Maybe, again, you've had to learn how to be self-sufficient. Maybe you had to learn how to do the work yourself. Maybe up until this point, again, you've had to learn to do the work yourself. But in 2026, things are changing. You learned that already. You learned that that lesson already. You learned that phase already. You already been through that cycle already of understanding that, sometimes you just got to go at it by yourself. But in 2026, are you still carrying that mindset? Or are you going to learn to allow other people to help you? One thing that I said I wanted to reread that, right? Because I'm that type of person too. And it's funny because people don't really understand that bar, where it's like that fear-based idea really does rob other people of their ability to show up for you. It really does rob other people of their ability to participate in your life. And a lot of people don't really see it like that. A lot of people kind of see it like, well, I'm just going through stuff. Well, I don't need nobody, or, well, I didn't ask for your help. Some people, again, fear-based idea, are scared to let people participate because you might be a little scared what it'll mean if you get comfortable with it. Sometimes you've been doing shit you're by yourself for so long to where when somebody else come around, it's like, I don't know if I want them to participate, because if I get comfortable with you participating and then you wake up next year, at the end of the year, in the middle of the year, and realize that you don't want to participate no more, then what? So I don't even want to get comfortable with that. But it's still a fear-based idea. Everybody has a part to play in the world. Everybody in your life has that part to play. Are you going to let them play it? Questions that need answers. Are you going to let them play that role? Are you going to let them show up for you? Are you going to let them help you? Are you going to, you know what I'm saying? Because the One Ring Circus card upright is to say you don't need nobody's help or permission to do nothing. You are in charge of this. You are on your high horse. You already know what you want to do and where you want to go. I could do that all by myself. One Ring Circus. I could do all of this shit. I can goddamn set fire to this and do the balance beam and tame the lion and all of that. I am all inclusive. I am all in one. I don't need help. I don't need a second opinion. I don't need no direction or none of that shit. You can trust yourself. But reverse is saying, okay, are you gonna let people help you? We understand that you could do bad all by yourself. We understand that you could do you just so big and so tough, Libra. We get it. That you just so independent, you just so well on your own, you just so cool by yourself. We get that. We know that. Again, probably had to learn a lot of lessons on that, on how to be cool by yourself and how to just figure it out, thug it out by yourself. But that lesson has been learned already. Now you turn a new leaf. How well can you let people show up for you? How well can you get down off your own high horse? We understand that you can run this whole circus by yourself. But We not gonna act like we don't know that that's a little tiring, huh? To have to be the one to do all the work, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually. You got to do all the work. You got to think for everybody. You got to show up for everybody. We know that gets tiring. We know that gets boring. But how well can you share the load? In 2026, it feels like a big message for you that you're learning now is how to share the load and to not let fear-based thinking rob you of the ability of letting people show up in your life to do their part in your life. But also understanding and learning that you are not to be controlled. You don't need nobody to come manhandle you or strong arm you. You don't need nobody over here telling you, well, Libra, what you need to do. No, bitch, what I need to do is stay black, die, and pay taxes. That's the only thing I need to do. Get a little more rest, drink a little more water. That's it. But in 2026, beware of people perhaps trying to control you. Because you know you can think for yourself. You know that you can lean on yourself. So don't let nobody come around you in 2026 trying to think for you and make you feel like, oh, you can't do that. Oh, you can't do. You need help with that. You need somebody to do that. You can't do that by yourself. Who can't? Says Libra. Who can't do it by myself? Shit, you bitch, you can't do it by yourself. Don't project that over here. Okay. Well, the card that I see that came out is the Notorious B.I.G. card, so I'm gonna take it. Okay, Sky's the Limit immediately started playing in my mind. Okay, it says life after death, hypnotized, brunch and cigars, more money, more problems, storyteller, legend, one more chance, and Big Papa. Okay, more money, more problems. I definitely feel like might be on brand. What is the other card? Oh, Outcast fell out with it. But it does have elevators. So fresh and so clean. More money, more problems. Okay, elevators is on this card. So yeah, I feel like again this is kind of feeling like, especially with the talisman card, y'all's 2026 is kind of feeling like new levels, new devils. Because again, you got so fresh and so clean with Outkast. You got more money, more problems with Biggie. So again, it's like things are elevating for you. Again, you've been crowned the shaman. You've been crowned with the talisman. The talisman is to say, again, all of your pain, hurt, suffering, all of the things you had to learn to get to this point, all of your transformations and change periods have crystallized. And again, this is who you are now. To be crowned talisman. That's to say, bitch, I know what I know. You feel me? I ain't just get this out of no book. I'm not just regurgitating what another motherfucker told me. I know this from experience. I know this from wisdom. I know this from knowledge, from getting out there in that field and bumping my head, right? So things are elevating. As you're being crowned talisman, intuitively, this feels like your life is elevating. New levels, new devils. So for some of you, again, this feels very like beware of people trying to control you. You know, maybe you was the one, because, and I know this ain't all Libras, but we just gonna roll with the stereotype, right? I know that Libras can have the stereotype of being overly people pleasing, you know, or just caring a little bit much about what other people think, you know, being a little too codependent or maybe relying too much on another motherfucker and their level of expertise. So now by the time you realize, oh, bitch, I can do this by myself. I've learned the lesson of knowing that I can do it by myself. I might want a little help. I might want a little assistance, but I don't necessarily need it. It would be nice, right? But it's like as you go through the year and as you open yourself up to help and as you open yourself up to people like, you know, doing their part in your life, make sure that you can differentiate what is people showing up for you in support, solidarity, people who are, you know, participating in your life because you're opening the door and giving them a safe space in your life to show up for you, versus people who just want to control you. I feel like, again, I feel like as you're learning, right, new levels, new devils, so now there's some new lessons. You know, you might have had to, like I said, up until this point, learn that, oh, I got to do all the work. You know, it might have felt like that up until this point, and you've learned some great lessons and some good wisdom about how to be self-sufficient and self-reliant and, you know, to really lean on your own. Because you really don't need no help. You don't need nobody to verify, validate what you're thinking and feeling. You grown. Libra, you know what you're thinking and feeling already. You don't need nobody to come behind you and say, yeah, that's it. Yeah, you let me see. Yeah, that's the one, Libra. You already knew that. You ain't need nobody to come tell you that. But this feels like, okay, now on the flip side, now you're learning how to let people in, right? Now you learning how to let people come love you. Now you know what I'm saying, might even give somebody one or two chances and shit. You know, life after death make me feel like, again, the old you died. This is a new Libra coming into play now. And that's good. But as you come into a new sense of self, again, it feel like be very wary of people who, like I said, want to control you. Some people really do want to show up in your life and love on you, support you. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you having a bad day, Libra. Shit, let me help you. How can I help? How can I be of assistance? Even if it's just, bitch, I just need a laugh. You know what I'm saying? I just need some time with my friends. I just need some time with my boys. I just need some time with my girls. I just need some time with my family to just get myself together. And you will have people who absolutely will stop nothing. Well, I mean, will stop everything and stop at nothing to show up for you. And you have some people who just gonna want to control you and act like, oh, well, I mean, you wouldn't be feeling like that if you do. I don't need you to tell me what to do. I don't need nobody to tell me what to do. I already know what I'm gonna do. I just need you to come up in this motherfucker with some laughs and some positive energy, and that's all I asked for. I didn't ask for you to try to tell me and dictate and control my life. You're supposed to participate in my life, not try to control it. Okay, give me one more card for Libras. Oh, that's too many. Give me one more card for Libras. Give me one more card for Libras. Lauryn Hill, yeah, Killing Me Softly, Meaningful, Zion, Refuge, X Factor, Everything is Everything, and Miseducation. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, again, be wary of that. I don't know, because I just started humming it out of nowhere, which kind of drives home "Killing Me Softly," which I feel like kind of drives home what I'm feeling like. And then I saw this one boy and something in my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words. So it's like, I don't know. That song is just really, I'm trying to see what the message is, but I mean, in general, it just feels like, again, don't let nobody kill you softly. Because, again, I mean, even the lyrics, right? Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly. And of course, I don't think the song necessarily represents like a draining type of energy and vibe, but that's kind of just what I'm getting off this, especially because it's like, yeah, people might be coming in trying to control you. Okay, miseducation make me feel like, you know, a motherfucker be loud and wrong. You know what I'm saying? But it be them type, like, that's the energy I'm getting, especially off of like a controlling type of vibe. You know how some people, again, they supposed to just participate in your life. They supposed to just show up and show out in solidarity for how you need them to. You didn't need a motherfucker to come in and try to tell you, oh, what you need to do and how you need to do, because what the problem is, I didn't ask you none of that, said Libra. Especially when a motherfucker loud and wrong. Like, that's the intuitive energy I'm getting. Be careful of motherfuckers who, again, act like they want to like participate, but then it's like they do too much. Like, that's the energy I'm kind of getting right now. Like, a motherfucker that do too much. It's like, I didn't ask you shit. You kind of killing me right now. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Sandlot vibes. You killing me, Smalls. Okay, telling my life with your words, singing, strumming my pain, singing my life, telling my whole life. But then it says miseducation. What is in the album? The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. So it's like, again, don't let motherfuckers be loud and wrong. Motherfucker try to come into your life telling you what to do. Zion, refuge, right? Mount Zion is supposed to be a place of peace, a place of healing, a place of love, peace. You need people in your life that are peaceful. People who want to come in and really pour into your soul, really see your soul, right? Not people who, again, see you having more money and now they bringing you more problems because they secretly hating, jealous, feeling some type of way, or want to try to come into your life, Libra, and control it to one degree or another. That's what I'm getting. Okay, storyteller, especially next to Lauryn Hill. Again, telling my life with his words, killing me softly, strumming my pain with his fingers. So again, it's like remember that this is your story. Remember that this is your story. Biggie Smalls, it says storyteller. Okay, killing me softly over here with Lauryn Hill. This is your story, and you know that. You already know that with this talisman card, with this one ring circus reverse. Libra, you know that. Just don't be hypnotized by nobody. You feel me? Don't be hypnotized by nobody and now they kind of killing you softly, but you still kind of stuck with them. You didn't let yourself get around some people. Motherfuckers supposed to be your friend. They're over here acting like they supposed to be running your life for you and shit. And then they don't even know what's really going on. They trying to tell you, oh, what you need to do and how you need to do, and they don't even know that you done already did that, came back, did it 5 times over again. You onto some whole other shit. They really don't even have your tea, thinking that they fucking clocking some tea. You imagine thinking you got some tea, you clocking tea, and it's really some fucking piss, bitch. They both hot. And piss can be mistaken for green tea if it look light enough, bitch. Okay, mind your business. Is what this feel like. Let these motherfuckers mind their business. To be really real, for some of you, and this is a message for some of y'all going into the year, again, I wouldn't tell motherfuckers too much of nothing. Let people be loud and wrong about you. Let people be miseducated. You need meaningful people around you. People who remind you that the sky's the limit. People who are here to help you reach the sky, because the sky is the limit. Give me some tarot. Yeah, five of Pentacles, first card out. Yeah, so this is a good time to, again, if you haven't already, start kind of clearing out the bullshit. If you already got some people around you right now that's kind of more so on the controlling side, on the dictating side, instead of people who show up in your life the way you need them to, how you need them to, get rid of them. Get rid of them. Two of Swords is reverse. 10 of Swords is reverse. And then you have the Sun card. So you have some new beginnings coming in. Like I said, you have some people around you that are coming in. Okay? You are ushering in a new energy. Life after death. The Sun card is here. Okay? But this also makes me feel like, again, it'll take a conscious effort for you to maybe release a mindset. What is this 10 of Swords reverse? Why is it reverse? What is this 10 of Swords reverse? Why is it reverse? Yeah. 8 of Wands reverse. First of all, I'm seeing in 2026, try to slow down. Try to slow down a little bit in 2026. You could be moving very fast, or you could want things to happen overnight. New beginnings that'll happen overnight. And you will get new beginnings. It just won't be overnight. It just won't be like as fast as you might want it, or as fast as you might hope. The World card. There's a cycle that needs to be wrapped up. In 2026, you might even get some bad news or some like unfavorable information about people. You might find out some unfavorable things about people that you'll need to leave in the cold. Give me this 5 of Pentacles for Libras. Is Lauryn Hill a Libra? I don't know why I just thought about that. Is Lauryn Hill a Libra? Anyway, the Temperance card is here on top of this 5 of Pentacles. This is not the time to be trying to tolerate people. Whoever you feel like you have to tolerate in 2026, clip them. That's just what it is. For some of you, like I said, this Talisman card next to it is basically saying you'll learn that. Right? Take it for how it resonates. I'm throwing a lot up. For some of you, you learned a lot in 2025 in order to kind of usher in some new energy for 26. For some of you, you'll be learning this in 2026. And all that you're learning, the lessons, the mistakes, the mishaps, the missteps, the fuck-ups, will all be crystallized into wisdom at the end of the year. But you'll start this year by needing to kind of get rid of some people that you're tolerating because they're killing you softly, but you might really, really fuck with them anyway. So you keep giving them one more chance. People who try to control you. People who are a little too involved in your life. Okay, I just had a situation with some cousins of mine, and I had to tell their sisters, but I had to tell one of them that, girl, you a little too involved in your sister business, bitch, and then want to keep running and telling everybody else business. Not to overshare with y'all, but let's just kind of have a one-on-one moment, right? Because this is somebody who, again, go get their nose, put their nose in somebody else's business, and then want to control them and then dictate them and to tell them what they need to do or what you should have did and how you should have and what you need to do and how you need to. But then at the end of the day, when they don't do what you want them to do, you want to chastise them, make them mad, and then run to somebody else. So this is somebody who came to me about their sibling, and then I guess got mad at me because they thought I was going to be on their side, and I wasn't. Girl, mind your business. Because you really only mad because you're trying to control them. They just need you to show up for them and participate in their life the way they elicit and allow for you to. They don't, just because they want you to participate and show up in their life don't mean that you get to goddamn tell them what to do and run their life. That's the difference. Especially when people be loud and wrong, miseducated, okay? Just thinking you know some shit and don't know nothing. So it's like, it's given that. For some of you, like I said, you're learning that. You'll learn that by the end of the year, this wisdom will be like crystallized of like, okay, I want people to show up for me. I know I need help. I'm okay with asking for help, says Libra, but where's the fine line between people showing up for me the way I need them to and people getting way too involved, way too invested in my business to where now they think supportively showing up in my life means that you running my shit for me, which was never the case. Because you clearly, like I said, don't need nobody to run your life for you. Yeah, you might want somebody to show up. You might want somebody to show you some love or whatever, but you don't need to be told what to do. You're very fully, very capable of what's going on. But see, the thing is, when you tolerating people, when you know these people are killing you softly, when you know that these people get to barking real loud and they don't really have, you know what I'm saying, they not really talking about shit, they're obviously miseducated, they telling you what you need to do, how you need to do it, not even knowing the full story, you ain't even put them fully in your business, they just womp, 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 cut their ass. Stop tolerating people. This temperance card is like moderation, but in the sense of dealing with people, for me as a reader, it's kind of tolerating, you know? You don't really want to be around, but I mean, you kind of fuck with them a little bit. You know, they cool, but they kind of just get to doing too much. You really could, you know, they really kind of drain you a little bit, but it's like, I'll tolerate it. Nuh-uh, we not tolerating nobody. Make the conscious effort and the conscious choice to no longer tolerate anybody in your life this year that feel like they want to be telling you what to do. Okay? Some people just too in the business. Some people don't know how to have moderation. Some people get in your life and think that they got to run it for you and they you. Yeah, I'm already me, says Libra. But in order to really maneuver that, you'll have to really understand and see these people for who they are and then try to see where you're going from there. Okay, so a cycle has to end. And for some of you, like I said, in 2026, it'll be like unfavorable news. You'll realize who this person is. It'll kind of hit you in the head a little bit. Like, oh, wait a minute. I told them that I was going to go out for this job. They told me I needed to do this instead. I didn't ask you what you thought I needed to do. You just need to support me in what I'm trying to do right now. Not try to dictate me and redirect me, right? That's kind of what this feels like. Give me something with this Two of Swords reverse for my Libras. Yeah. So for some of you, like I said, this is family, this is friends, people who feel like family, people that you want a sense of security with, probably even people that you want longevity with. The Pentacle energy, Ten of Pentacles is something long-term, long-lasting, stable. You know, people that you really want in your life. But at what cost, Libra, is what this feels like. At what cost do you want it? How bad do you want it? You want it bad enough to keep tolerating people that's killing you softly? You keep giving them chance after chance after chance and shit? Yeah. Be very swift and very clear on what you want. Knight of Swords. This is a good time to be very clear-minded and be very swift in your thoughts and in your decisiveness even, right? Two of Swords here is reversed. So it's going to take not only a conscious effort or like a conscious choice and decision to do something. It's going to take your decisiveness too. So be very decisive with this when you cutting people off. Be very decisive with not only cutting people off, but allowing other people and new people in your life that really do support you. Maybe you are on the side where as a Libra, you feel like, no, I don't really, I kind of just go Danny Phantom and I'll vanish, and then I'll come back later and I'll let people know that I was going through stuff after I've gotten through it. And it's like, but how does that help you? You the one killing yourself softly now. You the one draining yourself. You the one hurting yourself. You the one, kind of giving your own self a story to tell. You done been through so much, and then you come back on the other side like, oh, well, I only broke 3 of my toes, and then I crashed my car, and then I almost got evicted. It's like, Libra, why you didn't say nothing? Oh, I just, was killing me softly. Let people, you know what I'm saying? You can find peace in other people for where that applies. You can find peace in solace in other folks. And it ain't gonna be everybody. But it could be some people. But you kind of got to help your own self out. You have to do something differently. Life after death. An old part of doing something, an old way of doing something, or maybe just an old sense of self must go so a new sense of self can come into play. And like I said, anybody that's not balancing you, anybody that you got to carry, anybody that you are tolerating, I don't care how much you care about them and want them to be around. Is it killing you softly? Are they trying to control you and dictate you? Maybe it's not even control or dictate. Is it people who actually participate in your life? Even if you are on the opposite side and you like, no, girl, I'm real good at telling people how I need them to show up and what I got going on and asking for help. Cool. Are you still tolerating people who act like they're too busy to show up for you? Because that's a thing too. You can tell people to you blue, black in the motherfucking face what you need and how you need them to show up and what you need right now and what you got going on and what you're going through, and people will still hit you with, "Aw, damn, get better, Libra." I didn't need words of I didn't need words of encouragement, or unless you did. But some people would just act like, "Oh, well, you'll figure it out." I know you'll figure it out. When it's like, I know I'll figure it out too. What I'm asking for you to do is really kind of show up. So even in those type of regards, stop giving people chance after chance after chance to show you that they're not showing up for you like that. Give your own self a chance to let people show up for you like that in 2026. Switching gears, if you're having financial problems, Libra, and you come into this maybe having some financial problems, be patient with yourself. Okay, I see things definitely working out for you. I see things getting easier. But if you are kind of having some budgeting issues or financial issues, lack mentality, or maybe you just kind of, penny pinching right now, we fresh off the holidays. So, I know the beginning of the year could be a little rough. But as you go into the year, make sure you're having some moderation on your spending. Okay, you need to be spending money and putting money back. Watch your savings. Okay, if you kind of had a rough go of it last year financially, how are you putting money back while still buying what you need? That's why I say, but if you be patient with yourself, though, I definitely see finances getting better. For those of you who might even want to home, I'm Lord have mercy. For some of you who might want to move into a new home, I see a new home for you. Okay, I'm seeing again a elevation of finances. Brunch and cigars is here. Okay, sitting here on this biggie card. So it is giving again, things will be elevating for you. New beginnings will be happening. You will have to wrap up a cycle. So again, I am seeing some unfavorable news, but it'll just be because something needs to wrap up, whether it be a breakup or, again, God forbid, but maybe you get, released from a job and they have to let you go or something. It's a blessing in disguise though, Libra. Okay, there's a cycle that needs to be wrapped up, and it seems like if you don't wrap it up yourself, the divine and the universe and God or whoever else you pray to will make someone else wrap it up for you. Okay, so this is a good time to really think about what cycles need to close, what needs to come to an end, what's being outdated, what is outdated, what's no longer working for you, what cycles, what phases, what chapters do you need to wrap up, even if it's unfavorable, even within your own self. Because new beginnings are happening, and I do feel like come Leo season, I'm seeing Leo season, come Leo season, I definitely think that you'll be getting like some new ideas and some new epiphanies on some things. What is this new ideas and epiphanies? Give me one card. New ideas and new epiphanies, yeah, on things you want to invest in, business, going back to school. This feels like, new things that you could be doing with your money. Write down your ideas in 2026, because I see things really kind of coming and materializing for you if you could really stay on top of what it is that you have. Okay, but as you have these new ideas, as money kind of rebalances itself out and you do better with budgeting, you do better at saving. Okay, you need to keep a log of how much you spending, keep a log of how much you saving. If your spending is more than your savings, you need to check yourself. Okay, your saving doesn't even have to be more than your spending, because again, balance is a thing. So I'm not saying be a hoarder and you just don't never spend no money ever in life and you just save everything. You have to spend something. It's the cycle of life. Okay, give and spend freely, but also don't do frivolous spending. Okay, but I'm seeing some good things, and I'm seeing you have to wrap up some cycles. And again, these cycles might wrap you up if you don't make the conscious decision to actually wrap them up, is what I'm saying. But what I'm seeing even bigger than that is making sure that you're not giving constant chances to people who want to just control you and dictate and tell you what to do and how to do. And you know that shit draining. You know it's tiring. You know you sick of these people. You really kind of just tolerating them. But then you keep giving them chance after chance after chance. Clip their ass. X Factor is on this card, but it's funny because when I read X Factor, you want to know what I heard in my mind? A non-motherfucking factor. Who was that? Not Erica Mena. Chad Ochocinco wife. I can't remember her name. But I think that was what, Basketball Wives, right? When she was like, you a non-motherfucking factor, bitch. I don't even think about you. Or was that Tammy Roman? I don't know. It was one of them bitches, okay? Be mindful, again, that these people are non-motherfucking factors. Be weary and careful of the fact that these non-fucking factors in your life might be the main ones trying to run your life. Don't let that shy you away from people in your life who are coming into your life or are already there, who truly see you, want to show up for you, and that really care about you. Okay. Let's end with some money cards. First one out says North Star. You are facing the future with excitement as you follow and embrace your passions in life. You are now directed towards your life's purpose. Yeah, like I said. So again, as you lean into your life's purpose in 2026, as you lean into your North Star, as you figure out what your calling is and deepen that feeling as you answer the calling. I think we just did a collective message like yesterday on YouTube, which is posted, which is about, again, out with the old, in with the new, really understanding your purpose, really understanding your calling, really leaning into that and answering that calling, you know what I'm saying, to really be what it is. But I feel like, again, as you lean into that, you'll have people who, again, want to try to control you. You'll have people who say, you don't need to do that. You need to do this. Why would you quit your job? I mean, because what you need to do is go get your job back, and then you really need to go do this, do that. And it's like, I didn't ask you shit. I just need you to show up and support me the way a friend, a family member, a lover, a confidant is supposed to. I don't need you to try to run my life and tell me what to do. Because as you lean into your purpose, you might find and encounter some people who act like they want to support you and stand in solidarity when really they want to just control you and tell you what to do. Miscalculation. Taking responsibility for your mistakes is a good sign to start all over. Learn from the lessons and use them for better judgment. Then I just say that you've learned from the lessons. So some of you, again, like I said, confirming, in 2026, you'll be learning these lessons. For some of you in 2025, you already learned some lessons. Now this is like new levels, new devils. For some of you, you're like now reaching a talisman era where you're about to be crowned shaman because you'll have your crystallized wisdom. But it'll come through this year. So be mindful of the mistakes you make, okay? The lessons that you learn are meant to be for wisdom, okay? In feelings, you may be getting too emotional at the moment that you are losing control of your career and finances. Stand up and come back stronger. Didn't I just say that? More money, more problems? So fresh and so clean, more money, no problems. New levels, new devils. Okay, don't let your feelings get in the way of what's going on. Especially for those of you who might have to cut off people that you really care about. You really care about these people. That's why you keep tolerating them. But you need to make a choice and a decision to wrap this shit up, even though it's unfavorable, even though this feels like bad news, even though this feels emotionally heavy. You need to wrap this up. You cannot keep entertaining and engaging with these people the same. Okay, so stand up, Don't allow your emotions to kind of get the best of you in 2026. Don't worry too much about the lessons and what you're learning from the mistakes that you're making. Everybody's making mistakes. You have to make the mistake in order to learn and grow from it. That's how you learn and grow. If you never make mistakes ever in life, I'd question how much you've grown in life. Okay, so don't shy away from these things. Embrace these things. Allow it to make you go back to the drawing board. Don't get in your feelings about it, but allow it to motivate you to just come back stronger, to stand up, and to really go again. But in 2026, like I said, your finances are going to balance out. I see new ideas. I see new epiphanies happening of what your purpose is, and I see you investing in that. Just make sure you stay away from these motherfuckers who see you also doing this and then want to act like Libra, no, cause you want to do what? You want to do what? You want to start what? Why would you do that? Cause I just feel like if it was me, I wouldn't do that. Thank God I'm me and you're you. I just need you to support me through my process. I don't need you to dictate me or to make me feel like nothing. Bottom of the deck card, just do it. Procrastination will not bring you any success at this time. This is the best time to put your plans into action. Just do it. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Just stay away from the haters and the naysayers is what this feels like. Be careful, because it just honestly feels like an energy too of people who want to control you and dictate your life because they ain't got no control and dictation over theirs. They don't know if they're going to come in half the time. And now they want to come try to tell you whether or not you need to be going or coming. No, you just need some people around you who, regardless of what you decide to do, regardless of what you decided to do, gonna stand in and support you anyway. If I could circle back to that conversation about my cousin, there was a mutual thing that a couple of us kind of knew about. It was the opposite sister, who really kind of had an issue because the sister with the original issue was not moving in a manner that she wanted the sister to move. And she made all type of justifications about why she is and isn't in this and that and. But again, like I told her, the way to be in community with people, the way you show up for people is by giving them the space and the grace to just handle it how they want to handle it. And in the midst of that, not only giving people the space and grace to handle stuff how they want to handle it, but supporting them in that process. Not trying to control and dictate and push and bully into doing what you don't want them to do because it's rooted in control, but to simply allow people to make the choices and the decisions that they want, live the life that they want to live, and you participate in their life by showing up in solidarity and support for what they want to do. Just saying. Anyway, if you got this far to my video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, leave me some comments if this resonated. Again, if you want a personalized, more individual 2026 reading, that's perfectly fine with me. Drop down below. The link is in the description box for my website. 2026 yearly readings are possible. Love readings are open. Money readings are open, and all of my other things. Remember, the discount code for 10% off is COMEBACK, COMEBACK. Okay, all capital letters for 10% off of readings, $40 and up. And yeah, I'm done. Like, share, subscribe if I didn't already say that. Leave me some comments if this resonated, if I didn't already say that. My name is B, just in case if you forgot from the beginning of this. And yeah, I'm really hungry. I'm tired. I'm wore out. I'm beat. I'm going to go feed my face. So yeah, until next time, I'll see you over on the next video. Bye.